Hello everybody, in today's video we're going to continue working on the 70.5 Baldwin Motion Camaro. Now I've gotten a whole bunch of stuff done, but we're going to continue on doing other stuff and maybe even show you what the paint's going to look like on this thing, because I've changed my mind on what I want to do. So if you want to see that and more, make sure you stay tuned.
High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts.
Hello BSCFamily and welcome back to the bench. So today I'm going to show you what I've gotten done, and I'm going to probably show you the color that I've changed my mind to. I think you're going to like it. But so far what we've gotten done is started doing some filling and stuff on the seats. I've got the whole body scuffed. I started putting some of the seats together. I'm going to have to do a little bit of filling on here around the edges where the seam is. Get those prepped up and ready for primer. Door panels I've cleaned up, like I said before, that there's those little impression marks. I've got some of them done. I think I got a little bit more to do on this one. That one should be good. But what I have done is on the bottom, I got rid of some of the injector holes and that GM trademark thing. I've got that sanded and I've got it pre-primed anyways so far. All right, so yeah, so I'm gonna have to sand that down, and I can do a final prime on this thing, get it ready once all that stuff is ready. Again, I've got the rear duckbill fin at the back with a heavy filler primer, and I used a decent primer for this, so I'm going to sand that out. This is all going to get wet sanded. I've got the frame all primed up as well. Now this will be a different color than the body, but that's okay. But yeah, this here, I'll do wet sand on this as good as I can, get that ready for gloss black. The hood, I've got the underside touched up. I got to do some sanding, of course, like I said, and the hood is ready for a wet sand, and we'll see how that is. Once all the wet sanding is done, I will be doing a final primer on this, and it'll be a finished primer. All right, and then the body has been primed as well, and of course the whole point of primer is to get things prepped and ready for paint, and of course the gray always shows you a lot of the imperfections and stuff that you've missed. So of course, touching up the shaved door handles on both sides and a couple little nicks and scratches here and there, so I'll touch all that up, and I'll be wet sanding this at the same time. Then give it another prime and see where it's at. I see some scratches on the roof, but hopefully after a wet sand that'll be good. As far as the grill, I'm trying to open up the grill, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not, but if you've ever done this car, it is really thick at the back here, and it's been a long scraping process to get it this far. I've gotten one half opened up already, and still got to do the other half. Now I don't know if you can see this at all. Actually, yeah, there you go. You can see it right through there. You can see how one side's open and the other side isn't yet. All right, so I'm going to continue working on that. I want to try and leave the chrome bezel and the chrome bars. All right, so that's where I'm at right now, and yeah, I'm going to do some wet sanding. Probably prep up a few other things and get ready for the finishing primer. And then depending on how that looks, maybe give that a wet sand again. And then the car is going to go gloss black as a base. All right. We need the gloss black for a base because I'm going to be doing a hypershift. Now this is just a test body. I use it for testing everything. But as you can see by the roof there, and that's not even over gloss black. Now the front bumper, or front valance, whatever you want to call it. There you go. And as you can see, the color shifting. Purple, orange, green. And I know it's a little hard to pick up, but you can kind of see the greens and the oranges and the purples. All right. So that's the color. I'm going to be painting a hyper shift color on this car. All right. So I'm going to get to work on this and do a bunch more stuff, and I'll come back. I'll show you where I'm at. So if you're liking this stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Definitely hit that bell notification. Make sure that all notifications are turned on, right? Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Definitely give me a follow on my Instagram, Facebook group, and links for all that will be down in the description, right? So I'm going to get back to work on this. I'll be back in a few. Okay, everybody, I'm back. And I've got a whole lot done, right? So last one you saw, I was, getting things ready for primer and, things like that. Well, I did that and a whole lot more. So we're going to start off with the bottom of the chassis. That piece is ready for install. I've painted the gloss black on everything that needed it. And as you can see here, alright, so bottom's full of fingerprints, but it is gloss black. Painted the gas tank, alright. So the gas tank is painted, alright. The chassis is painted, full of fingerprints, but it is painted. Now, of course, I've had to mask this off, alright, so that I could paint the white interior on the other side. Now this is just kind of a base because most of this is going to get covered in a white carpet, right? And yes, the interior is going to be white. And while I'm at it, here is the back seats. All right, and the front seats. Getting washed out with the light, but you catch the drift, right? The seats are done. I did the console. All right, a little bit of black, panel line there. I got to touch it up, but that's good. And the buttons are done. Interior door panels are done. All right, a little bit of chrome trim, a little bit of black in the wood grain. And both of them are done. Alright. And I got the dash done. Alright. So those are done. The working on the subframe here for the front. Now, yes, the spindles are not glued in because I want to put the wheels on and put them in the car first before I actually glue them into place to make sure that they are completely parallel to where they need to be. But that's how that's looking. All right. Rear axle is almost done being painted. I got to put the red oxide primer coating on the third member. Do up the spring perches and things like that, but it's getting there. The engine is painted. So as you can see, it is all painted. I did start wiring it, and I made my own distributor. I hand turned it. Alright, made my own distributor cap. Painted the bell housing, the engine block, starter, all that stuff. I got a little more engine wiring to do. All right. harmonic balancer. The carburetor. Where is the carburetor? There's the carburetor. So I started painting up the carburetor. I put some A-end fittings on it. Alright. As you can see there. And I've got the fuel filter in here, so we'll put that in for you so you can see. So there's the fuel filter and stuff. So that'll be ready to go. And then there's a whole bunch of parts that are painted. Alright, like the track bars, radiator, front radiator support. Drive shaft is partially painted. I still got to do the center portion. Alright. Wheel backs are all painted up. Alright. Okay. Painted up the entire exhaust. But I'm going to be using the lake pipes, so I won't need these things, but I'll have them painted anyways. Like I said, other various parts are painted. The horns are chromed. MSD box, you know, chrome pulleys, you know. Oh, clock, there we go. Pulleys are chromed, you know. So are the horns. One side's chromed. The other side will get painted black. Alright. If it'll focus. Either way. You know what I mean. So yeah, there's that. Now, as for the body, the rear fin, like the deck wing, right? It's on all the Camaros and Firebirds and everything else. That's painted up in the black. Come on, hood. Hood is painted. Now I still got to wet sand this yet and get it ready for color. So I painted it with a gloss black, but then I put a clear, one coat of clear on it. So I'm not looking for a perfect finish. The engine bay is going to stay a gloss black, but the rest of it's going to be the Hyper Shift color. Alright, and just to show you, here's the Hyper Shift color. Alright, so you can see the purple, green, orange, things like that. And that's the way it's going to look. Alright. So, yeah, that's what I've gotten done. And that's where I'm going to leave you with. Next video, I'll be painting the body. Probably get the carpeting done, get the interior put together. Finish up the engine stuff and the front cradle. Rear suspension will be all done. Now I got to do, once I get fuel pumps and stuff put in and the engine put in and set where it needs to be, I'll start doing the brake lines to the four-wheel drum brakes, right? It's got four-wheel drum brakes, so I'll have to drill them all out, get the brake lines run in, get the fuel lines run in. I may even look at putting in the park brake cables and everything as well. Get that set in. Get the master cylinder put on the firewall, which I still need to paint gloss black because I forgot to. But I'll put the master cylinder on and get the brake lines ready to go. Up to that point, kind of somehow, sort of. But anyways, yeah. Also the grill. Where's the grill? I think I showed you in the last one. There's the grill. And I still have to do the front air dam as well, but that'll probably be a satin black. Right? But the grill, as you can see with the grill, I've got half of it ground down enough that you can actually see through it. Alright. So you can actually see through it there. I still got to finish off the other side. And that'll look really good in the front there. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Paint up a few more things, run a few more lines, and start doing some more assemblies. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell notification. Make sure that all notifications are turned on so you don't miss out on anything. Hit that like button. Give me a follow on my Instagram and my Facebook group. Link for them are down in the description. And let's see what else. Oh, if you want to help out the channel, I have a PayPal me link. I do have a join button. And I do have the Teespring store. Go check out the merch that I have there. So with all that being said, no matter what you're building and how far you want to take it, make sure you build it for you. And until next time, later.